name is Trina Racine. I'm the Director of Vaccine Development here at VIDO, which is the Vaccine and Infectious Disease Organization, a research center part of the University of Saskatchewan. So VIDO is a research organization that's part of the University of Saskatchewan. We do mainly vaccine development for both human and animal pathogens. So that means we try and develop vaccines that will protect both humans and animals. So I'm Director of Vaccine Development here at VIDO, and so what that means is that I help take the discovery research that our scientists do, the vaccines that they develop for both humans and animals, and I help bring them towards commercialization. So I'll take a human vaccine and help bring it into clinical trials, human clinical trials, and for our veterinary products, I help bring them towards licensure. So bridging that step between the academic discovery science towards a commercial product. And I'm also responsible for our new pilot scale GMP vaccine manufacturing facility called the Vaccine Development Center. My typical day involves a lot of meetings with our scientists, with the other members of our senior leadership team, discussing the different products, the vaccines that we're developing, seeing which ones are ready to make that leap from the discovery research into my hands, into my group's hands, and also discussing, I'm as part of the Vaccine Development Center where we take on external clients who have products that they want us to manufacture for them, discussing who those clients might be and what those projects are to see if they're a good fit for our facility. I knew I wanted to go into science and particularly into virology when I was in grade 9. So I had a grade 9 science teacher who told me what a virus was. And I realized that in this day and age, how did you not know what a virus was before you were 13? But back then that was okay. And so she told me what a virus was, and I thought, how is something so small capable of doing so many different things? And so I just wanted to know more about it. And so I knew science was where I wanted to go. And so I just, high school, focused on my sciences. I did an undergraduate degree in science and then went on to do a PhD in molecular virology, so virus genetics. And when I was doing my PhD, I realized that a lot of really great science kind of dies on the bench. The scientists know how to bring their discovery research to a certain point, but don't know how to make that next step so that those products can actually eventually make it into the, for public use or, into the veterinary field. And so there was a lot of potential there. I wanted to be that person that helped bring those products from the bench science into that more development, and that's exactly what I'm doing here at VIDO. The education background, again, I knew right from high school that I wanted to go into science, and so I went, for my undergraduate degree, focused on a BSc in science and did an honors project where I got a chance to work in a science lab, a virology lab in the summertime, and then throughout that academic year doing a small independent project where I had to write a little thesis afterwards, which kind of sets you up for what doing graduate work would be like. And from that work, I discovered a scientist that I wanted to work with for my PhD and was lucky enough to get a position in their lab, and then did my PhD project. And from there I then went on to do what we call a postdoctoral degree or a postdoctoral position at a different lab in a level 4 facility where you get to wear the big fancy spacesuits and work with the most dangerous pathogens. And so from there I then started doing also some clinical trial work, helping bring those products from the bench again into that next stage of development. So I think the advice that I would give to anyone who has an interest in science is to try it out, right? There's so many opportunities these days when it comes to summer internship type programs that you can do, and like I was saying, when you do your undergraduate degree, doing an honors project gives you that first kind of taste as to what doing a graduate degree would be like and what doing science as a profession would be like. So I think you just have to kind of figure out which area of science is your favorite and start talking to people who are in that area. Maybe there's a professor that you could start and have a summer job with, right? You can do a co-op program sometimes. There's a lot of different avenues that are available. You just have to kind of go seek them out. There are programs to help, I don't know if high school so much, but once you're in undergrad, like when you're doing that first degree, that's what I did. There were federal programs at the time that enabled me to get a summer job in the provincial diagnostic lab so that I could kind of see what those what that area of science is like, and just get a flavor for the different types of opportunities. And again, you can do a co-op program when you're doing your undergraduate degree, where you would spend 3 or 6 months out of your school year, working in a lab. And again, there's chemistry, engineering, physics, biological sciences. There's all kinds of sciences. So you may want to try those kind of co-op programs in the different types of fields, just so you can see, well, maybe that area is not quite for me, but I really like that one, right? Like I say, maybe engineering is more your speed, or maybe the biological sciences, molecular work is more your area. So I do believe that you need to have a lot of drive to be in science. It's a very high, demanding kind of field. There's a lot of pressure to publish and write grants so that you can keep doing your work. So you have to be very dedicated. A lot of long hours sometimes, weekends, things like that. So you have to really enjoy what you do, or else it's not going to be any fun. And I mean, science is a lot of fun when you enjoy it. And I think the type of people that are the scientists have to have that dedication, that interest, but then there's other types of sciences too. We need people who are very detail-oriented in, say, the manufacturing facility, because you have to be very precise about the work that you're doing, and you have to follow certain procedures to the letter. And so you have to be very specific about everything that you do, and make sure that you follow the procedures. And so if that's how you like to work, then there's opportunities there. But if you're more of a free thinker who wants to tinker with things, then that's more that bench science and the traditional scientist view. So there's opportunities for everybody. So I think there's a lot of opportunities for Saskatchewan students. The University of Saskatchewan has an excellent science program, and so there's a lot of opportunity right here at home for developing that early taste for what a science career could be like. And there's a lot of great research centers on campus like VIDO, where you can come and, like I say, do a co-op, do a summer internship, eventually do your graduate studies. We have a number of excellent scientists who are always looking for new students. So I think there's a lot of opportunities, and having the type of experiences that you can get here in Saskatchewan then sets you up for a great career if you choose to go elsewhere as well.